Good afternoon, everybody. So the video today that I wanted to make was just to show you how cheap you can do a professional photography setup for your eBay clothing reselling business, and what I use personally. The reason I want to do this is because everybody has different methods, and this is the one I like because it's easy to use, it's cost effective to make. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be a chippy to make it. I'm certainly not, and I managed it. So yeah, this setup, it can be as expensive as you want it to be, but it really doesn't have to be very expensive. And I'll tell you the reasons why I use what I use, and how much roughly it costs. So before we get into it, please do leave a like, please leave a comment, and please subscribe. Just to keep you all in the loop, we're still doing the listing challenge, which is going well, and I shall have an update for you at the end of the 30-day period. If you want to watch that video, I'll put the link in the description for you. But let's just show you what I use for my photography setup and how much it costs. So this is essentially the backdrop that I use. It's very, very simple. So what this is just a cheap throw from B&M, but it's a sort of a fabricy throw. The reason that I use this is when you've got the coat on there, or coat, jacket, shirt, jeans, whatever it may be, on the hanger. So that's the little nail I've just put in the center there. So when you pop the hanger on there like that, it's got somewhere to sit, and then obviously your garment will be displayed there. But as I said, the reason why I use a sort of a quilted fabric is because it helps the fabric stick, so the garments stick to the actual fabric itself, which makes it easier to photograph. So I'll just show you what is actually made up of this backdrop. It's, like I said, it's very straightforward. There's not a great deal to it. So essentially what we've got is 4 sheets of just cheap MDF from B&Q. Now you can get this from B&Q, you can get it from any of your sort of local merchants really. I bought it from B&Q just because it's easy. So they came in sort of 4 smaller panels, as you can see, and then all I did was get a piece of wood and fix the 2 panels together, just using screws all the way down, just to make sure that they stick together and that there's, you know, it's nice and robust. So it's got a little bit of give to it in terms of the sort of flimsy nature of it, but it's not a massive problem. So yeah, I mean, that is basically essentially the backdrop. It's not a it's nothing too strenuous to do. I mean, it took me sort of 10-15 minutes, and it's movable as well, so you can move it around. It looks messy at the moment because I haven't straightened it out, but it's movable around. So the office that I'm in at the moment is relatively small, but it's doing the job for now. So that's all stock. This is all stock that's been sort of photographed and put away. And here I've got my sort of desk set up, chair, things like that. So I'll just quickly show you the photography lights that I use, which give really great results, and again aren't very expensive to actually purchase. So I'll just show you those now. So these are the lights. I'll put a sort of image on screen of what they actually look like, but essentially they're just 2 big photography lights, which have sort of fluorescent lights and a cover for them. I think these were around about £50, so very cost effective. There's 2 in there, so you can have 1 sort of either side of your photography station. I actually only tend to use 1, but to get better results, using 2 is recommended. Sometimes it's a little bit tight for space in here, so I tend to only use 1. But that just gives you an idea of what I use and how cost effective it can be. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a real professional looking photography setup. Everybody's different. Some people wouldn't even bother with the board. They just have you know, a hook on the wall and just a you know, a piece of fabric like this, which I've done in the past before, but I just find it looks more professional when it's at a slight slant, so your fabric plays a little bit more of a role in terms of keeping the garment against the backdrop, and it's also movable as well, like I said, so you can move it around the room. You have got a little bit of movement in terms of where you can put it, and it's easily to take apart as well. So I mean, that gives you an idea of sort of what I use and why I use it and the costs. Like I said, I'll put links in the description to the lights, that I purchased. They might have gone up in price slightly now, but £50–60 is what you can expect to pay for a decent set. So including the materials and the fabric sheet and things like that, you can do that for, you know, under £100. So a good investment to have professional photography. So that gives you an idea of what I use. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, please comment and subscribe for more eBay reseller videos and follow my journey.